I, so I have to say that to continue on, that I said, God, I give you the steering wheel. You have control over my life now. Because prior, I did what I wanted. I went on the path that every man in this world follows under mammon. You know, you're taught you got to follow the the ways of the financially elite. You got to have this in place. You got to have this in place before you marry. You got to have this. You got to have that. And all these things that we got to do in this world usurps our time from the Lord, takes us purposely, which is the devil's ploy, takes us purposely from God and onto what we have to do in this world. So, what is with the seed that God had planted in our hearts? What are we doing with it? Is it planted among thorns where it's being sucked by this world? Is it being thrown in good soil, which it's going to produce? Or is it being thrown among rocks where it springs up but dies because it's not deep? So we have to figure out according to where we are in Matthew 13. The different seeds among different areas. How are we growing? What are we doing for the Lord? So that's what I did. I gave him control over my life, and so I would look at myself and what I have, or rather what I don't have. And I had compared myself with the men that were successful in this world. And I thought to myself, this is what all women want. So I'm going to be without somebody. But God says that's not the way it is. This is not what I have for you. The one I have for you will walk in step with you. They will walk in line with you. They will see things as you see them. And just getting back to that verse, that God chose the lowly things of this world. He chose the weak things of this world to shame the strong. And I am considered lowly and weak in this world. But according to God, I am strong because I'm seeking him. I'm doing what he wants me to do. And yeah, just because I don't have anything right now, this doesn't mean this is going to be like this for the rest of my life. What I'm going through is a challenge. I'm going through exactly what Job went through. Maybe not that in depth, but God had put me in that place to where, yeah, I'm being judged by people for doing what I'm doing for him. I am considered probably the lowliest thing that's in this world. But what's in me is what matters. What's the strength that God had put in me is what matters. Yeah, I don't have anything now, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be like that forever. I know one day that God is going to use me. I know one day that I'm going to be able to preach and teach what God wants me to do. And I know that time is coming. And I'm going to look back on this and be like, it was all worth it. Everything that I went through was worth it. And so these dating sites, this Christian dating site that I was in, women could see that, what I have, what I'm doing for him, and they'll bypass me. You know why? Because I don't have what this world says I need to have. But that's okay. What matters is that I'm doing what God wants me to do. I know his will for my life. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for taking the time to watch.